Well, I think I've made a bloody mess of this particular page, but I don't care. I went through it over it with some gesso. I think what I did was I had a page that expressed something. I should have just dated it, maybe written a couple words down here, but then I began adding too much. But you know what? This happens. I could just gesso it over at this point in time or collage it over. I might just leave it be. I'm looking at it and thinking, I might just leave it be and let it be what it is. I might do some more writing here. I might color this in. I think I'll color that in. So I'm back because I started coloring this in and thought, no, it didn't feel right. And so I'm going to let it go. I'm just going to let this go. I have not been, this journal's huge, and it has felt a little bit more formal than I like a journal to feel. So that is my personal opinion. But let's go to a smaller journal, shall we? Okay, on to the next thing, since I'm giving up on that thing for the time being. And you know what? That's what you do. Just forget about it. It's just a journal. Forget about it, as we say. Okay, so this is kind of like unboxing or a whole video. This was a holiday gift. And it's from the makers of Flow magazine. I don't know if you guys don't know that. You can look for it. I find it locally in my Barnes & Noble. It's out of Amsterdam. It's a beautiful magazine. And these are a set of 4 journals. The Joy of Making Lists, A New Beginning, How to Slow Down, and Happiness, Homemade Happiness. So I'm just looking through these, and they are really, really cheap paper. This is like newsprint quality paper, which I'm not used to from Flow magazine. But you know what? These are really nice. They've got great illustrators. I think in the coloring book video that you can find, I'll link it up here. Tiny Pleasures List. Oh, let me finish that first sentence. In that video, I linked the coloring book video. They have my favorite coloring book happens to be from Flow. It's a really great mix of whimsy and really kind of modern illustration. Tiny Pleasures List. Well, read a Russian classic would probably not be on my Tiny Pleasures list, but I think I'm going to start with the Joy of Making Lists because this is something I want to explore. So I also thought that since this paper is so kind of not good, let me try a stamp on it. I just got this new set of stamps from Impression Obsession, and there are these kind of cool flowers. So let me try stamps on it. Okay, I'm making a mighty fine mess here this afternoon. Okay, I just wanted to tell you that these 4 Flow magazines were $17.99. That's from Barnes & Noble. And in Canada, the same. So I have to say that I've really been enjoying getting this magazine from Barnes & Noble. It's kind of expensive, so I usually use a kind of, some kind of a gift certificate. So I figured I'm using archival ink. That's a dye ink, I believe. doesn't actually say it. I know that this Hero Arts is a dye ink, and my suspicion is that the dye ink, since it's, you know how dye inks, they sink down into the paper. So my suspicion is this is going to show right through. Oh, actually, this is the first time I'm stamping this. Nice stamp. I like these stamps. Let's see what happens. Actually, surprisingly, it didn't bleed through too much. Right, that's cool, because that's kind of what I was thinking would be fun. There's a lot of already imagery in this. I should clean this. If you get a new stamp and it doesn't stamp good, it's a great thing to do is to clean them. And if you have these cling stamps, they usually come with a piece of white paper on the back, and you just pull that off and then they will cling to anything. So let's try the Memento Lux, which is a pigment ink. I got them both out thinking, oh, the dye ink probably will... Can you see this? I really like these stamps. So, I don't know. It doesn't matter too much to me. So I'm just going to go through, let's see, it's a Friday afternoon now, and I actually have a busy weekend coming up. So I'm going to go through, and then I'll be able to sit down with just maybe like a ballpoint pen or something like that. I would avoid like a felt tip pen. I'd maybe use a gel pen instead, and go through and make some lists, because I realize that making lists is a fun thing. It's not stressful. I think I mentioned that in another video a while back. So I'll put some video links up there in the corner, and you know, like, comment, tell me how you guys feel about making lists. I'm going to go through more journals. The whole point of this is to try different ways of journaling, so hopefully you will find a way of journaling that you like. And like, I just really figured out, like, I don't, that big journal is too big for me. So anyway, let's go. Have a great weekend. Love you guys. See you soon.